If I were to ask young players, what hand do you finish with on the right side? They'll tell you right. If I were to ask them what foot you jump off, they'd say left. If I say they're wrong, then they'll just switch feet or switch hands. But very, very little will they say either. But we want to understand when and why we do the things that we do. And so right now, my defender might determine what hand I finish with. So if I were to drive and he's on my left hip, now obviously I'd want to finish away from him with my right hand. If I had a shooter in the corner and I'm driving more right, and this is who I'm worried about, and I might switch left hand and try to squeeze it in that way, knowing that that's the defender I'm more concerned about. So the defender will determine the hand I finish with, but what determines the feet? And this is when we have to tell players it's not as much about the defender anymore, it's about space. Space determines our footwork. And so if we get ingrained where I more than likely want to jump from these spots when I have congested areas, whatever foot I have there at that moment will be the foot that I should be able to jump off of if I so choose. I just don't want my feet handcuffed. I don't want them shackled. I want to be able to jump when the moment's right. And so if this is my shot blocker and I take that first step, knowing that he's a little bit there, knowing my space, there's nothing wrong with me jumping off that first step as long as I've worked on the finish. And then see if he's even able to time or strip me or block me, knowing that I haven't taken my second step yet. So let's take a look. This is called push to the edge. Now what I want him to do, and this isn't a race for me, so I'm not just going to be how fast I can get to the basket. I'm going to keep his contact off me. And so when he pushes me and I'm trying to keep my straight line, I'm not going to turn my body, but I also need to understand that space is going to determine when I jump. And so while he pushes, whatever foot ends up being at this spot, I'm going to jump with and stretch to the rim. Now it's not wrong to finish by my head, but the danger of finishing by my head is if he's by my body, he's always in reach. But if he's by my body and I stretch away, now I have protection. So I'm going to encourage them to get away from head finishes. I want to stretch to the basket. Now as soon as I jump from my launching pad here, now I want you to have the understanding as a partner, you still get a rep. So now there's your jumping point. So after he releases me, he might stop for a second. Now he can jump here, get a nice finish, or he can get to a two-footed stop and lean into the basket. But he must jump from the cone. We don't want any jumps from inside. Here we go, push. Good, come on. I can mix up my paces just as long as I'm ready to jump. Come on, push him. Push him, good. Good, jump. Hey, very nice, wrong foot finish, excellent. Come on, push, good, jump from that spot. Good, come on. Let's go play. Ready to jump from it? Nice job. Go ahead, push in, excellent. Ready? Come on, one more. Good, don't go past me. Good. Once again, it's not a race. We just want them getting used to occupying defenders and jumping from points. We'll take their mistakes, but we won't take them doing the easy route and going inside those cones. That's being pushed to the edge.